Hello everyone, welcome to the Clue. Right about now we are going back in time. Not Nollywood, not Netflix, but real Nigerian history. The year was 1979. Disco music was hot, bell-bottom trousers were everywhere, and Nigeria was about to say bye-bye to military rule. Yes, so we are talking about the birth of the Second Republic, when civilian rule returned under President Shehu Shagari. It was supposed to be a fresh start, a new dawn, a chance for democracy to shine. But as you will see, it was also full of drama, comedy and wahala. Hey, so buckle up because this ride is pure history mixed with laughter. Because honestly, if Coups were a TV series, Nigeria would have been the producer. But in 1979, the script changed. Soldiers stepped back, civilians stepped forward, and Nigerians shouted, "Finally, agbada don't beat khaki." Before 1979, Nigeria had been under military rule since 1966. Coups were like NEPA light. They came and went without warning. Soldiers were running government, wearing uniforms, and telling civilians to keep quiet. So by the late 1970s, Nigerians were tired. They wanted democracy, elections, and leaders who wore agbada, not khaki, So General Olusegun Obasanjo, who was head of state at the time, promised to hand over power to civilians. People were skeptical. After all, promises in Nigeria can be like vapor. But Obasanjo shocked everyone. He actually kept his word. So in 1979, elections were held. Nigerians lined up, voted, and hoped for change. It was like Independence Day all over again. The excitement was real. People danced, radios buzzed, and newspapers shouted headlines. Democracy was back in town. Out of the elections came one man, Shehu Shagari, a soft-spoken teacher turned politician from Sokoto. He was not flashy, not loud, but he had the votes. Shagari became Nigeria's first executive president. Nigerians celebrated. Finally, a civilian in Aso Rock. No more military decrees, no more soldiers backing orders. It was agbada season, as we all know it. But let me tell you, democracy is not beans. Shagari inherited a country with big problems, like corruption, ethnic tension, and an economy that was already wobbling. Nigerians expected miracles, but Shagari was just one man. And politics in Nigeria, it's like playing football with 11 strikers and no goalkeeper. Still, Shagari tried. He spoke calmly, he smiled often, and he believed Nigeria could grow. Nigerians gave him a chance. After all, it was better than soldiers shouting orders on radio every morning, In the early days, Nigerians were hopeful. Parliament was back, politicians were debating, newspapers were buzzing. It felt like Nigeria was finally joining the League of Democratic Nations. People were excited to see campaigns, rallies, and politicians begging for votes instead of soldiers pointing guns. So democracy brought entertainment, Nigerians laughed at campaign promises, clapped at speeches, and enjoyed the drama. It was like Big Brother Niger, but with politicians. Everyone had option. Everyone was talking. Democracy was noisy, but it was better than silence under military rule, For the first time in years, Nigerians felt they had a voice. And even though corruption whispers were already flying, people still believed democracy was worth it. But soon, wahala started, oil prices dropped and Nigeria's economy suffered. Corruption grew like weeds. Politicians were accused of chopping money left and right and center. Shagari tried to manage, but the system was heavy. His government faced criticism for mismanagement and favoritism. Nigerians started grumbling, is this the democracy we voted for, It was like buying a new generator only to realize it still makes noise and drinks fuel like palm wine. Hey, the excitement of democracy began to fade. Civil servants complained, students protested, workers went on strike. Democracy was alive, but it was struggling. Nigerians realized that agbada alone cannot solve problems. You need good governance too. So by 1983, it was time for another election. Shagari ran again. The campaigns were hot, the promises were sweet, and Nigerians were watching closely. But the election was messy, Accusations of rigging flew everywhere. Opposition parties shouted, Newspapers screamed, and Nigerians argued in beer parlors. Shagari won a second time, but many believed the election was not free and fair. Democracy was supposed to bring trust, but instead, it brought suspicion. Nigerians were disappointed. It was like ordering suya and finding out it's just roasted yam. The joy of 1979 was gone. By 1983, democracy felt shaky, like a chair with 3 legs. Democracy didn't last long. On December 31, 1983, soldiers struck again. Major General Muhammadu Buhari led a coup that removed Shagari from power. Just like that, the Second Republic ended. Nigerians woke up on New Year's Eve to hear soldiers on radio saying the government has been overthrown. It was shocking but not surprising. In Nigeria, coups were like surprise parties. You never knew when they would happen, but you knew they were coming. Shagari was arrested, politicians were jailed, and military rule returned. Nigerians sigh, here we go again. Democracy had lasted only 4 years. It was short, noisy, and full of drama, but it was gone. So what did the Second Republic teach us? Number one is that democracy is fragile. It needs trust, fairness, and accountability. Without those, it can collapse anytime. The second aspect is that Nigerians love democracy, but they also demand results. If leaders fail, patience runs out quickly. And the third aspect is that corruption is like a stubborn stain. Even with civilian rule, it refused to go away. The Second Republic was short, but it showed Nigerians what democracy could look like, noisy, messy, but full of hope. Also, it shows how quickly it can disappear when leaders fail to deliver. And even though it ended in a coup, it planted seeds, Nigerians saw that civilian rule was possible. Those seeds will grow later when democracy returned in 1999. So thanks for watching The Clue. Today we looked at the 1979 when Nigeria entered the Second Republic under President Shehu Shagari. It was a time of hope, drama, and disappointment. Democracy came, but it didn't last. Still, it remains an important chapter in Nigeria's history. So if you enjoyed this documentary, hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment and share with your friends, because history is not just about the past. It's about the lessons we carry today. And remember, in Nigeria, sometimes the biggest comedy is not Nollywood. It is politics. See you in the next video.